interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Charles, here we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Running left, Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. And it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long now. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Come on.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of so this will go only as incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
11. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On third down, Burrow. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And one more time, here's Kirk. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
The Chargers at 6-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement.
On 1, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
The play fake. He'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 34. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
2nd down and inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, LA!
In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 23.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. 11. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Here we go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Minnesota.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced him to stay. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
11 MT, take. 11 MT,
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Touchdown, Chargers! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That would go for yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Fant.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
11 coming. 11 mighty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Burrow.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
3/4 in the books.
Here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The RPO, he completes it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
T. Higgins
from 10 yards out.
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to Jordan and said, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 57 yards.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Gardner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Chargers. Christian Kirk, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever.
It's up to number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 4. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And able to get this to the 31.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
11 mighty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And Johnson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And, my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Johnson for the extra point try.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chargers, they keep